Hello, this is video 137B. In 137, I did the readings on parts 1, 2, 3 of page 9 of the Redacted Mueller Report. In this part, I'm doing videos 4, 5, and 6 that relate to, and in February 2019, the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia found that Manafort lied to the office and the grand jury concerning his interactions and communications with KonstantinK about Trump campaign polling data and a peace plan for Ukraine. The office investigated several other events that have been publicly reported to involve potential Russia-related contacts. For example, the investigation established that interactions between Russian Ambassador Kislyak and Trump campaign officials, both at the candidate's April 2016 foreign policy speech in Washington, D.C., and during the week of the Republican National Convention, were brief and non-substantive. And the investigation did not establish that one campaign official's efforts to dilute a portion of the Republican Party platform on providing assistance to Ukraine were undertaken at the behest of candidate Trump or Russia. The investigation also did not establish that a meeting between Kislyak and Sessions in September 2016 at Sessions' Senate office included any more than a passing mention of the presidential campaign. Oh boy, I answer all of those and they are juicy. So, let's get started.
Okay, part 4 says Manafort lied to the office and the grand jury concerning his interactions and communications with KonstantinK about Trump campaign polling data and a peace plan for Ukraine. So, Paul Manafort, what did you lie about? Oh, and I just had this pop into my mind. A while ago, I need to write this down. I did a reading kind of about what unites us. Oh, I wish I could remember what that was about. But anyway, it had to do with cards that represented the Hillary Clinton campaign voters, and then what represented Donald Trump voters. The 9 Pentacles for the Hillary Clinton voters, and the 9 Cups was had to do with the Trump voters. And I just saw that since he said polling data. So, Paul Manafort, what did you lie to the office and the grand jury about? Okay, universe, cut my deck. Sending a message. Probably talking to Kilimnik himself. Okay, the signifier for this is Putin, the devil. Talk to Kilimnik about Putin. Covering it. Oh. How awful Donald was. How horribly he lost the popular vote by over 3 million votes. About how totally not a president he is. Holy cow. How done he was. I can't even imagine what that's about with Putin, with Donald covering him. I mean, really. Donald is horrible. Oh, gosh. Think about all the help he needed to pull this off. What a loser. Ugh. Okay, what's covering? The challenge with the lying. So, Manafort lied about his discussions with Kilimnik regarding Putin and Trump, and the challenge were the lies. I think keeping the lies straight and the truth straight of what he said and what he didn't say. the base of this is, oh, I know what this is. This is actually Bill Gates. Not Bill Gates, Rick Gates. Because Rick Gates has illuminated everything. The sun card shows up a lot of times for Rick Gates. So at the base of this is Rick Gates. Oh, because he couldn't remember what he lied about with Kalimnik and what he lied with Gates. He got caught. Dork. What's crowning this? Well, the Sword of Truth. In the past, Manafort and Kalimnik. You talked about Emperor Trump. Emperor Trump shows up for me as during the transition period. I mean, look at that face. It's like, what? I gotta do what, huh? The future. Page of Swords. Information. We've got this weaponized information and we're gonna lie. And you know what? You're gonna get caught. Because the page is a bit more impulsive. Not very rational. Oh, what's this? You want me to see this? This is, oh, and commits treason. How do people see their discussions? About winning the election. In all three branches of government. The environment was about Rebecca Mercer and Kalimnik. This is both my Rebecca Mercer and Kalimnik cards. So I think Rebecca Mercer was probably in touch with both of them because she's in touch with Putin herself. And with MBS. And with Netanyahu. What was the hope? To do what Putin said. Get it done. It could be MBS. I think that's Putin because it's Kalimnik, Russia. This is angry Putin. What they fear? Oh, they feared people getting offers and flipping, I bet. Sitting back. Oh, and this is the Kalimnik card. So Paul Manafort worried about, I think he feared Kalimnik maybe turning on him? I don't know. Or maybe he feared, I mean, this could just be about offers. Gates took an offer. That was his, I think that was his biggest fear with Gates taking an offer. What was the ideal? The ideal is that he could just walk away. No one would notice. We've been lying about all this stuff because we don't even know each other. I never saw him. Even when I worked on the Yanukovych campaign with Kalimnik and Tad Devine. Don't know him. What's to come? Ooh, goodness. The agreement was revealed. And they made agreements. Well, about the Trump dynasty. Okay, and finally, what we want to know is, it says that the investigation did not establish that one campaign official's efforts to dilute a portion of the Republican Party platform on providing assistance to Ukraine were undertaken at the behest of candidate Trump or Russia. It also says it did not establish that a meeting between Kislyak and Sessions in September 2016 at Sessions' Senate office indicated any more than a passing mention of the presidential campaign. Really did not establish that one campaign. Okay, we want to know, was the platform to the Republican Party changing the stance on Ukraine? Was that at the behest of Trump or Russia? Okay, here. Who was responsible for the change in the platform to the Republican National Party on Ukraine? Who was responsible for that? Who wanted that? Okay. Ugh, that just doesn't... Okay, who wanted that? I feel a lot of resistance here. Who wanted that? Who wanted that? Card of the reading is someone. Someone clearly did. Usually this is my Jared card announcing news, but it looks like he would be overseas because this is kind of like my overseas news. But it's a very passionate message. Okay. Signifier, who wanted that change? Who's responsible for that change? Ooh, they worked really, really hard at this. There's a lot of hard work went into this change. A lot of repetition, a lot of craftsmanship to get this pulled off with the news, because it's covered in... Ooh, look at these two are talking back and forth. I got a message. I hear ya. Yep, here, tell him. Lots of communication about this. The challenge was the lovers. Oh my goodness, that's the challenge to making the change, because they're so in love. How can we do this? At the base of this is, whoops. It was Putin. It was angry Putin. Who knew? Putin wanted the change. Putin got the change. How about that treason for you? So much treason. What's crowning this? Ooh, don't look. We're not talking about anything. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Don't look. We're not doing anything. In the past. They made a change. They definitely made a change. And what came from that? Comfort and security for Mother Russia. How do we see this platform change of who wanted it? Oh, I did not expect to see Trump wanting it more than Putin. They are in love. Wow. Let that sink in. Trump wanted this the most. Trump was the reason for this change. That's how people saw it. He was the one that wanted it. No, he didn't. Angry Putin told him, "You're gonna do this, biatch." The environment was Trump. You have to make it look like he wanted it. There are hopes with this change. It was a balancing act. Balance, 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 balance. Fears that someone would realize this offer was an emotional offer. No money included. Putin got this for free. And ideally, oh hey, that's Paul Manafort. God, look at that hair. It's Paul Manafort, five wands. And Paul Manafort went scorched earth to make sure nobody knew. He did everything to cover it up. Oh, look, there's another 7. Oh, I thought this was... Anyway, ignore that. And what comes from this? What was to come? They retreated quietly so nobody could figure it out. Oh, hey, Jared. Good news, Jared. I bet Trump even paid Putin to let him do that, right? Jared and Junior. Okay. I think, yeah, let's just do one more little thing. We want to know when Ambassador Kislyak stopped by Senator Jeff Sessions' office in September 2016, what did they talk about? Was it really just about, hi, how you doing? Just a passing mention of the presidential campaign? What did they really talk about? In September 2016, cut my deck. They talked about, well, it wasn't Bill Gates. Oh, maybe it was. Did they talk about Bill? Yes, they talked about Bill Gates. This is not Trump. They were talking about Bill Gates. Boy, what were you talking about with Bill Gates? You were talking about data. Data regarding Bill Gates. I'm stunned. My head just blew up. How to transform that data from an idea of wanting to win the election to actually winning it. And this, my friends, is my Kim Jong-un card. He's the magician. The love letters, he's the one about changing vote tallies, rigging elections. They all go through Kim Jong-un. You'd be shocked if you knew the number of people in the Republican Party and the Senate, even Brett Kavanaugh, Nasty, know about Kim Jong-un. This whole story about him just being, well, he is a tyrant and a brutal dictator. He's more human. And he's not as isolated as he's portrayed to be. You know, he's like Dennis Rodman. Seriously. Ugh. Just a caricature. Empty. Okay, so data. They talked about the upcoming election in his office, how they were going to transform data using Kim Jong-un. Are you... Because Putin said so. And they were going to balance it delicately and decisively. Oh man, I just cannot wait to, there's so much stuff I still have to show you guys. Even with polling. I don't even know if I want to show it to you because I think your heads are going to totally explode, and it's so upsetting. I can't even stand to see the polling now because I know it's all rigged. It's all a joke. And we're all brainwashed through social media, but I digress. What's at the bottom of this? Trump will pay for it. Oh, there's the devil. Putin. And Gates was involved with facilitating all of it. Oh my God, that's right. Gates. Where is he? Oh, I have him somewhere else with a connection to Kim Jong-un. Okay, you guys, that is it. That is it. All these readings. Please, if you kind of liked, sort of liked, or a lot of liked this video and the one before, please click like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you and have an awesome Aloha Friday.